can put propane in it or gas in it.
That's right. Good job. That's called dual fuel is what they call it.
We are John and Michelle, and we believe memories are more valuable than material possessions.
That's why we waved goodbye to 2,400 square feet of house and said hello to our 35-foot fifth wheel. This is a Champion dual fuel inverter generator, the 3,400 watt version. And this has been a lifeline for us while we've been boondocking on our western United States trip. And today I'm going to be doing some scheduled maintenance. I'm going to be doing an oil change and pulling the air filter and cleaning that out as well. Regular maintenance is essential for these devices, and I just wanted to take a second and kind of talk about what this option has and why we chose the dual fuel. The only real drawback that we've seen is you cannot get a Champion inverter with dual fuel and remote start. You have to make a decision. And there have been times on this trip where I understood why a buddy of mine made the choice to get the inverter with remote start versus a dual fuel. For us, it was the versatility of being able to run on propane, which you can see the hookup for that here, or unleaded gasoline. It's been really helpful to have that versatility. Plus, propane is easier to store. It is not going to spill and stink in the back of the truck the way the gas can does. It's not going to leave a residue when it gets on the bed of the truck because it's not going to leak like the gas can does. Those are just some of the factors that went into our decision to purchase this unit versus one that just ran on unleaded gasoline. When you get this device, it's going to come with this guy, and it's got this handy clip to hold the cord. This flips up and the direction is pointing toward the propane tank, so you know that that's what you're going to use. This guy plugs in here. If you are an RVer, you're already familiar with the LP Quick Connect because your outdoor kitchen, if you have one, is going to have that. A lot of the hookups for the outside LP devices have that same kind of quick connection. So it's familiar in that regard. You're gonna slide that collar back, push that in until it locks, and let that collar go. And then this screws on to the propane tank, much in the same way your gas grill or other types of devices do as well. Hey.
Hi.
What are you doing?
We're getting ready to go to the river.
You're getting ready to go to the river because we are outside of Ketchum, Idaho in the Sawtooth National Forest in a dispersed camping spot that is just right next to a little stream. So you guys are going to go play in the water while Dad does some work, right?
No, you said you're going to go.
Well, I'm going to finish this oil change and then I'm getting a fishing pole and I'll meet you over there. Tater? We're in Idaho, so it's got to be a tater. Boom. So that device that screws onto the propane tank, plugs in here, it comes with this when you purchase it. And to show you a little bit of the other things, here's your choke for when you're running on unleaded gasoline. You've got the place to ground your system. This is a 12 volt, kind of like a cigarette lighter adapter. Cars don't have cigarette lighters anymore, so, but that's still what I remember being in those slots when I was growing up. So that's still what I call them. So for lack of anything else, it's a cigarette lighter adapter. And when you get this, one of the other things that it comes with is a USB charger that plugs in there. I've never used it, but it's nice to have. Here are your parallel plugs so that you can piggyback two of these together. You've got regular outlets, and then here is your switch to turn on the battery for the electric start. And right underneath the electric start, this unit has an economy mode, and a lot of the Champions do. It's really nice if you're not going to be running your air conditioner. Can you say something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me finish my thought real quick.
Okay.
If you're not going to be running your air conditioner, if you're not going to be running the microwave and the coffee pot and those types of things, you can flip that on, and economy mode is going to extend your longevity of your fuel that's in the tank currently, and it's also going to run a lot quieter. So what were you going to say before I try and fire this thing up?
You can put propane in it or gas in it.
That's right. Good job. That's called dual fuel is what they call it. Fill your gas in the top. And this looks like it might be out of gas, so I don't know if we'll get it to fire or not. But electric battery, electric start. We're going to do it in economy just because it's not as loud. Yeah, here's the muffler over here. That's economy mode off. So it gets louder, but it's still not that loud comparatively speaking when you think about some of the other devices that are out there. I've heard the Hondas are super quiet, but not having anybody that I know that has one, not having been anywhere where I've seen one, I don't have any point of comparison for you. But that is really quiet.
That's how quiet it'll be.
Yeah. And it does idle up a little higher when you plug into it. There's nothing plugged into it right now, so there's no draw. It's not having to push itself. It will wind up a little bit higher than that, but really not that much. So let's open up the back of this bad boy and change the oil. 2 screws on the back panel. It's a super simple process. It's very fast the way I'm going to show you. So your oil fill is right here. This is your oil drain tube. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a pair of pliers and loosen this collar down. And what we'll do is we'll tip this thing up so that it can drain. Real quick, since this is opened up, I'll show you. This is the hour meter. Now, I ordered this separately, but it is essential, at least for me, to keep track of my progress so that I can know when to do my scheduled maintenance. I've got just an old soda bottle. We're gonna drain off this bad end because that's what I got. And it's just getting this down, that clamp. And while that's going, I can show you this deal. So this is like a ketchup bottle, dressing bottle that you would see at a restaurant most of the time, or a picnic. And I've got, if you see that line on there, I've got that on there to let me know where I need to fill it the second time, because you're actually gonna put, if you get one of these, the oil change is 20 ounces. So we're gonna put this whole thing, and then we're gonna fill it up to here, to this line. And we're gonna put, that's the amount of oil that's gonna go in. Like I said, this is a hack that my uncle taught me that makes things so quick and clean. It's beautiful. I can do this process on the back of my truck. What I've done is I propped this up. So this is the side opposite from the camera. We're leaning like this, that way I can get that oil flowing out of there. And now we just have to wait on that old oil to finish draining. Get that last little bit. I've actually scooted this over so I can hang this hose straight down.
Is it done?
Just about.
That was not very long.
No, this is a very quick process. Got all that old oil drained off from there. Got our hose reattached. Got our clamp back on. Let's get this turned around so we can see with the camera. This is our dipstick, our oil fill. So we got that first bottle in, piece of cake, filled it to the line on the second one. Boom. I mean, I think this entire process might take 10-15 minutes. Good grief. How awesome. And we can never say, well, I don't have the time. That cuts out an excuse for me. I can't say, well, it's a big process, it's a big job. I need all day to do it. I don't have the time. No, sir. No excuses. Awesome. That oil change, my friend, is done. Like I said before, we're sitting right under 180 hours. Every 50 hours is an air filter clean out. But I mean, that thing looks really good. I'll get the air compressor and blow it out. But I'm very pleased. We've been in some really dusty environments, and that thing looks awesome. I'll go get that air compressor, but I'm gonna close this back up just in case the kids come back over. It really is that easy. No camera tricks, no fancy editing. It's a screwdriver, a pair of pliers, and a ketchup bottle. And 10-15 minutes and a quart of oil, and you've got the life of your Champion Inverter Extended for one more go around. It's been a great device for us. It's really come in handy, and it has been very essential in all of the dispersed camping, the public lands that we've taken advantage of. So thank you for coming along on this process, checking out the Champion dual fuel 3400 watt inverter generator with me. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, we'll see you on our journey.